Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Yana Vanaka and good morning, Fiji. In this bulletin, police officers reminded of role. Market vendors adapt to the new normal. And more get Fiji 50 medals.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Police officers should not abuse the power of their uniforms. This comes after the Human Rights and Anti-Discrimination Commission received an official complaint from the 4 men who claim they were wrongfully detained by police for breaching curfew. Kelly Vavala reports the commission has now launched an investigation as the case highlights the importance of fundamental rights and freedom under the Fijian constitution.
Calling out police for their actions in the alleged detainment of these men last Friday night, the Human Rights Commission says things could have been handled better.
Why would you amplify that level of anxiety and distress by doing this? Now I'm just wondering, when they were taken in for 18 hours, did they have the right to contact their family members? Did they have the right to, consult a lawyer to say that, look, I'm in trouble with the law?
Ashwin Raj says the men had approached police for help, but unfortunately they were falsely accused of breaching curfew and locked up.
It seems like these people are trying to do the right thing, to approach the police to say, look, we might just get in conflict with the law because it's almost 11 p.m. and we've been calling and we've been advised to come and report to the nearest police station. Your uniform doesn't give you the license to behave as if you own people.
2 of the men claimed that the behavior of officers at the Totonga police station was unacceptable.
It was before 11 and this sergeant, he was very rude. But the way they talk, I don't like it. So, like they treat like a dog to us.
The Human Rights Commission says the actions of some police officers paint a bad picture of the force. The Police Internal Affairs Department is now investigating after the acting commissioner ordered that a full report be submitted to him. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
There will be no port of entry in Lambasa anytime soon. While responding to questions from the public on the issues in Lambasa, Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Kayum clarified the government has to look at different priorities. Said Kayum says the government has looked at building a port of entry for Lambasa, but finding the right place is the main issue. He adds constructing a port is expensive, and while developing national budgets, they have to look at various policy priorities.
Same way with the port. We looked at that, we did some studies with Fiji Port Corporation Limited. But because of the costs and the priorities in terms of connectivity, etc., and routing, just we put a hold for a while.
Said Kayum, while giving an example of a policy decision, highlighted that even though COVID-19 has hit Fiji badly, the government made a strategic decision to not stop free education. The Fiji Human Rights and Anti-Discrimination Commission has denounced attacks on opposition MP Lenora Ngiringiri-Tamboa. Social media commentator Kishore Kumar has posted on Facebook that he has pornographic videos of the NFP MP. Kumar has also used derogatory words to describe Ngiringiri-Tamboa. Director Human Rights Ashwin Raj has warned that such attacks are against the Bill of Rights.
She's not an exception. The same principle should apply to everyone. Whether you're on the side of government, whether you're on the side of the opposition, or whoever you might be. I think as a nation, we need to be very united in our stance.
Singatoka Market Vendors Association member Mere Tambunga Sao believes crop rotation is critical in this new normal. She says the increasing demand for a wide variety of agricultural produce from the market has motivated most farmers in Singatoka to plant a wide variety of products on their pieces of land. She highlighted this farming practice is critical in these trying times as the government aims to reduce the importation of agricultural products that can be produced locally.
Many commercial farmers in Sigatoka are venturing to other farming methods and producing new agricultural products. Even with the opening up of many hotels in Sigatoka under the Love Our Local campaign, the demand has changed. Hotel operators are now requesting for certain products that were not commonly sold pre-COVID period, and it's a good thing as it motivates farmers.
Former Reserve Bank Governor Barry Whiteside was amongst the 31 recipients who were bestowed the Fiji 50th Anniversary Commemorative Medal yesterday. Whiteside began as an economic research officer and worked at the Reserve Bank for 40 years. He says he was honoured to be recognised by the state for his efforts in the development of the economy in previous years.
Humbling experience, but thankful that you are recognised. But I also recognize that there are many Fijians out there who have been the backbone of our economy. Our farmers who've been working cane fields for 50 years, and so our fishermen, our tourism workers who are struggling at this time.
Due to the adverse effects of COVID-19 in TC Harrell, the number of vendors coming to the market has increased. Local Government Minister Pramila Kumar highlighted this while receiving 104 tents from the Australian High Commissioner and UN Women Representative. Kumar says the assistance is part of COVID-19 response partnership between the Ministry of Local Government and the UN Women Markets for Change project. She says the tents will provide shelter for many farmers who are coming to the markets from rural areas.
We have 8,000 market vendors operating from various markets. Out of these 8,000 market vendors, 3,000 farmers, they normally sell outside the market, not inside the market. And they normally come during the weekend, that is Friday and Saturday. So these tents are very useful for these vendors because what they need is shelter. They need shelter just to sell their produce, but also to protect their produce.
President Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka and her husband are threatening to sue a group of anti-Trump Republicans for posting billboard ads in New York City's Times Square. These billboards, they say, are linking them to the country's rising death toll from the coronavirus pandemic. Up ahead, discipline worry for Highlanders. And sisters battle for same position.
Oira na ngwane no de nunu enda be singe ni mataka.
Mersu sunga da kana loma dina kina be karon.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no na baksa ngai ka wala loma taki na ngwane. Dalabina oya wo meliki.
Bulre oya wo Samuel Samuli.
Nama kiki rau enda be mataka.
Boniti kina bakarombuka.
Ni wai tini kalima na miniti me ona kina tini na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One na ndobo ibiti.
Indaw kina na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
Fitness is not an issue for Naita Asiri in the Skipper Cup. This has been revealed by their head coach Ilaitia Tuisese. However, discipline is still a major worry. The Highlanders copped 3 yellow cards against Tailevu over the weekend in their 1924 loss, which was disappointing. Naita Asiri will take on Yasawa this weekend in the final round of Skipper Cup.
It's always a headache for the coaches to get the players' mindset right. At that time, it depends on how they handle the pressure. So for us, discipline is an issue. To get our game right, we need to stick to our game plan and work hard. Fitness is there, but you just get carried away a bit.
Maliana Rusivakula knows getting into the final 12-member Fiji Pearl squad is easier said than done. The 22-year-old is not so much worried about the competition from other netters, but the fact that she'll compete for the shooter position against her older sister Afa. The Rusivakula sisters are part of the Punja's Digicel Reset Championship that is held every weekend at the FMF Gymnasium in Suva. Maliana Rusivakula has again openly challenged her older sister Afa for a spot in the Fijian Pearls team.
There's a lot of competition with most of the young players coming up right now, and it will be a tough competition getting into the national 25-member squad. Fighting for goal attack and goal shooter position. One of the competitors I have to face up is my elder sister, and my elder sister Afa.
Nasina football coach Tangi Vonalangi has expressed his disappointment after a few senior players failed to turn up for the Vodafone Premier League match against Floval Suva. Vonalangi believes this resulted in their 5-0 loss at NZ Stadium in Suva yesterday. These players include Leon Damudamu, Joseph Mishra, Chone Naramba and Jasni Vikash. Nasina was fighting relegation from the top grade and needed a win to help it maintain a spot in the Premier Division.
Given a very harsh penalty, so those who continue will continue the journey to the last game against Nabu. So I salute the boys who played today. Unfortunately, Suva has got so much depth in the team compared to us.
The new Fiji Volleyball Federation management plans to spend as much time as possible with affiliated clubs, associations and players. Fiji Volleyball President Linga Nguki Suva says they're excited with the new club championships that will start this week. He adds that Western and Northern clubs will not be left out as they'll bring the tournament to them. Nguki Suva believes the increase in affiliated associations is a positive step.
Our season starts in October to July every year. Next week we are hosting the club championship for Central, which is will be in Suva at the Sports Council. The week after, we're hosting it here in the West, either in Nandi or Lotoka, depending on the number of teams that take part. And the week after that, we're having it in Lambasa.
A quick look at the weather map for today. It is Tuesday, the 27th of October. A trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers is expected to affect the northern and eastern parts of the country from later tonight. And that is your FBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. FBCnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।